Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, doing a quick preview for the game Arsenal against Man City. Yes, my thoughts exactly. We're gonna get a beat down. It's going to be a beat down. Man City right now on a 17 match unbeaten run streak. I think they're gonna break another record. The last time we beat Man City was back in the 2015-16 season, where Theo Walcott and Oliver Giroud got the good 2 goals. We beat them 2-0. Wenger at the time was the manager, and I believe Peter Cech was in goal. So we're going back for some time now. Man, boy, but I can't see anything but a Man City win. I'm being serious now. I wanted to talk about the Benfica game. Obviously, apologies for not doing the player ratings. But mate, not really doing themselves any justice whatsoever. That game was just a bore. It looked like Arsenal didn't come out of first gear, just kicking the ball sideways, backwards. We had chances to win that game, and it now puts us in a slight bit of predicament going into the second leg. But I'm not here again to talk about the Benfica game. Let's focus on the Man City game. It would have been nice if we'd got a couple of goals. We had the chances to get a couple of goals against Benfica, but Aubameyang missing so many chances. I can't believe that open goal you missed, mate. Listen, man, please, tomorrow or today when you see this video, it is important that Arsenal do not start slow. I think, I'm saying about whether we need to fight fire with fire. Do we, take the game to Man City, or do we sit back? Do we have the, do we have the strength to hold off Man City? The way their midfield plays, the intricate passing, the movement, all over the pitch. De Bruyne's back, I think Aguero's back, and they're just scoring and they're just winning games. And I can't see how we're going to beat this side. I just don't know how we're going to beat this side. I mean, man, I'm clutching at straws here, mate. But listen, you never know. You never know. Something could happen where, Man City end up getting food poisoning, and they can't put out a first team or a second team. They put out their third team, and maybe we'll have a chance beating them. Listen, man, I'm mucking about here. Listen, look, it's a big game tomorrow. I think we just need to go out there and give it a performance with in mind, keeping in mind the Benfica game on Thursday. Obviously, Man City have got a game on Wednesday against, I think it's Borussia Mönchengladbach, if I can say the name. And, they may rest some players, but even if they do, they've got such a depth in their squad. Even their second string side would probably give us a good game and probably beat us as well. Today, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be peak, man. It's going to be peak. But our players need to turn up. They absolutely need to turn up in this game. And not get embarrassed. I don't want to see us embarrassed. I want us to see us trying. We're going to have to soak up pressure. We've got to play intelligent. But when you got the likes of Sterling on the left, up against Bellerin, oh my gosh. The midfield, Ceballos and Xhaka. Listen, man, they're going to get run ragged. There's news coming out that, Partey is going to be assessed before the game. Yeah, for me, I don't think he's going to make it. I mean, if he does, the likelihood he's going to be on the bench. You don't really want to rush him back for him to get injured again. He was seen, in training, but just, on the sidelines watching. So I don't personally think that he's going to end up playing in the team at all. But it would be nice if he's on the bench, so that if by any chance we are overrunning that midfield, then we probably need to bring him on. But going with the game. As I said, the last time we beat Man City at home was 2-0, and basically after that, literally it's Man City all the time. I mean, we beat them in the FA Cup, but that's it. All the games that we played home and away, majority of the time, Man City have won them. And we are due a win. We are due a win. We need to stop this winning streak. Can we do it tomorrow? Are we disciplined enough to, hold off this amazing attack? They've got the best defence in the league. I think only conceding 15 goals. So it's going to be hard to break them down. And with the sort of attack that they've got, mate, Gundogan or Gundogan, should I say, as I say, Sterling, Silva, Bernard Silva, Mahrez, De Bruyne, they got so many good players over the pitch. And we really need to batten down the hatches. That's all I've got to say. I pray God that we don't get a beat down, but man, geez, I just hope we don't get embarrassed. I'm going to give you my player, or should I say my prediction for the score. First of all, I'm going to give it with my head and then my heart. So look out for that in a couple of minutes. But let's go with who I'd like to see starting in this game. Like I said, hasn't played for a few games. And I don't know whether Aubameyang needs to be benched. Maybe just take him out the firing. I know he's been scoring, but the Benfica game, man, he should have had that hat-trick. And why is it that Lacazette is now being left out? Will he be much better? He's a very hard-working forward. And he has scored against Man City. But I don't know. Aubameyang, it's a hard one. I mean, Smith Rowe, he was looking tired in that game. Do we drop him, rest him for the Benfica game, or do we start him? There's so many questions concerning this side, and the players like Pepe, he came on with probably about 15 minutes ago. Does he start the game? Is he disciplined enough? Is he going to work hard? Is he going to track back? Kieran Tierney came on. He came on for what's the guy's name? He came on for what's the guy's name? I can remember him. Cedric. That's it. Cedric. He came on for Cedric, and if he does play, do we move Cedric over to the right side? Because I think that you will have a better balance. So if Kieran Tierney is fit, I would play Kieran Tierney at left back, drop Bellerin, because I think he's going to be up against it against Sterling. His defensive awareness is just not good, and I think Cedric playing on the right hand side, his natural position is better placed, and I think he's a better defender, and even going forward as well, better crossing as well. So if I was going to go for my predicted back four, I would go with Cedric Soares on the right, the two midfield, the two defenders, central defenders would, for me, I'll go with Pablo Mari and Holding, and Kieran Tierney as the left back. Now, in front of those two, gosh, I mean, obviously, Dani Ceballos is more creative, but having him and Xhaka in that holding role, I just don't know. I'd say he ain't got the legs. We need someone that's got the legs, even though El Nene may not be a gifted footballer, but he will work hard for the team. It's a hard one, because either way, if it's El Nene and Xhaka, or Ceballos and Xhaka, or Ceballos and El Nene, the combination is just peak right now. But look, I would probably go with Granit Xhaka. It looks like it's going to be Ceballos. It looks like it's going to be those two. So I'm going to go with those two in front of the back four. Now, in terms of, I know Saka has played an awful lot, and we don't want to burn him out, but I still think, he's our go-to person, and I would start him. I'll start Saka on the right. Now Now, the intensity that Man City play at now, I don't know whether Odegaard is going to be ready for that. He's played well in the last few games, very technical player, very good on the ball. But will this game be too fast for him? I don't know. Smith Rowe, I know, has been playing a lot and he looks tired in some games. But he's best suited, in that number 10 role as opposed to playing out on the left. I think playing him out on the left, he loses his creativity. And we saw that against Benfica on Thursday. I would play Smith Rowe, but I would play him in that number 10 role, in that number 10 hole position. In terms of the left-hand side, man, boy, do we start Pepe? All right, I'm going to go with Pepe. So Saka, Smith Rowe, and Pepe, and Lacazette up front. I think save Aubameyang for the Benfica game because I think that's going to be more important. I'm missing. We're 22 points behind Man City. The league, in terms of top 4, I think we're not going to get it. Right now, we're 6 points off of top 4, but I just don't think we're going to get it. And so we need to focus on the Europa League to try and see if we can get to Europe that way. So I would leave Aubameyang out for that game and save him for that Thursday game. You know what I mean? He'd be chomping at the bits. But that's what I'll do. And obviously we'll go with Lacazette up front. So let's just go with it again. So Cedric Suarez at right back, Holding, Pablo Mari, Kieran Tierney, Dani Ceballos and Xhaka, in front of the back 4. I have Saka on the right, Smith Rowe in the number 10, Pepe as the left-sided attacking midfield, and Lacazette up front. That's what I would go with. And then you've got the option of having Aubameyang, Martinelli, those sort of people on the bench, David Luiz, Gabriel, so pretty strong bench. I would say Gabriel. Thing about Gabriel, mate, he leaves too much space behind the back, especially when he goes marauding or he's trying to close down those midfield players. He leaves too much space, and if he makes a mistake, then Man City are going to be. You got to watch man like Foden. Do you know what I mean? That guy is just a special player. You got Foden one side, you got Sterling the other side, mate, and their movement is just absolutely ridiculous. So for me, the bench is what it is. Obviously, at some point, he will bring Willian on because that's what Arteta does. But listen, let's go with the score prediction. Right, score prediction. Right, I said I was going to vote, first of all, with my head. My head is telling me 3-1 to Man City. Yeah, 3-1 to City. But my heart is saying, go with a 2-1. I'm going to go with a 2-1. 2-1 to the Arsenal. That's what my heart is saying. But the reality is, if we can get a draw out of this, it'd be great. But as I said, the most important game for us is really Benfica coming up on Thursday. So as long as we don't get a beat down, as long as we don't get embarrassed, because going into the Benfica game, yes, we've got the away goal, but we don't want to go in and getting slapped up and our confidence knocked. So let's give a good account of ourselves. Arteta, set your team up right. Obviously, he may still go with that 4-2-3-1 formation, but it may sort of morph into probably a 3-4-3, or at some point, it would be like a back 5 because you're gonna have to, the wing backs are gonna have to come drop in and defend like nobody's business. So let's see what happens. That's what I'm saying. My heart is saying 2-1, but my head is saying 3-1 to Man City. Boy, it's going to be peak out here. It's going to be peak out here. Listen, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. And hopefully my review and player ratings won't be painful. Take care, everybody.